Hi, brave parents. Today, Shaun and I got to speak at a congressional briefing. We were the foster parents on the panel, and the briefing was about the importance of keeping siblings together. There has been a bill that's been introduced into the House by a Nebraska Congressman, Don Bacon, and a previous foster youth, Brittany. Now, the significance of this bill is that currently only about 25% of siblings get to stay together in foster care, and they want to bring light to that and make it more important to keep siblings together. So I thought today we would go talk to the kids and find out their thoughts on keeping siblings together. So let's go ask. Alright guys, today we are talking about sibling separation and how important it is to keep siblings together, because Mom and Dad talked on a panel during a Congress briefing and it was about keeping siblings together. Have you guys ever been separated?
Yes, with our big sister that's 1 year older.
So you three have always been together.
Yeah.
But you, actually 4 because Christian, right?
Yeah.
But we have one more of you. You have an older sister, and she's 1 year older than Jade, and you guys have been separated from her.
Yeah.
But where's she at? Who's she live with?
Her dad, which is a good guy.
She lives with her dad. And Jade, you and her were together.
When I was 1 and she was 2.
Yes. So you lived with your birth mom, with her and you.
And she took care of me.
And you're right, your big sister helped take care of you.
Even though she was only 2.
But you three have never been separated.
Yeah.
And I want to know,
4.
well, you're right, because if you count Christian.
Yeah.
I want to know what you guys think about keeping siblings together. Do you think it's important?
Yes.
Are you glad that you guys have stayed together?
Yes. Yes. Sometimes no, because of how annoying they are. Or how annoying Jade is. If you get separated, you will never know them and you'll be sad.
You think so? Gavin, what do you think about staying with your siblings? Do you think it's important?
No.
What do you really think?
No.
You think that you'd like to be living in a different place than Jade and Lily and Christian?
What's up, Christian?
Really?
I want to be separated with those 2.
Oh, geez, that's not.
Lily's annoying.
I think you'd miss her.
And Jade almost is mean. Actually,
I think you'd really miss them because you actually play with them a lot.
not Lily, just Jade.
Jade, what do you think?
I think it's important.
How come?
Because if we didn't have siblings like you until you were like 17,
Yeah.
then we would be lonely and we would not have anyone to do our makeup with.
You're right. Well, how do you feel about your sister never really meeting her?
That's sad to me.
Is it sad?
Yeah.
Well, maybe one of these days we can find her and we can meet her.
Let's track her down.
Oh my goodness. Lily, what?
Maybe she might know she has 4 more other siblings.
I wonder if she knows. That's a good question.
And I wonder if she wants to meet us.
I bet if she knew, she'd want to meet you. So I'm curious to see what you guys think. Now, who remembers how many times you guys have been removed? How many times were you removed? Total. Go ahead. One of you tell me.
5.
4.
Well, no, 5 different. 4.
You were in 5 houses, you mean?
Yeah.
So you guys did move a lot. You guys have been removed
4 times.
4 times.
But we've been in 5 houses.
5 different houses of 5 different foster care parents.
Okay. The 3rd time and the 4th time you guys came to us, and you guys stayed as a whole group. Except Charlie, who was only with us on the 3rd removal for 4 months, and then she went back to your birth mom's house until you guys got removed a 4th time, and then you all of you guys came, right? All 6 of you? So, when you guys were removed the first and second time, who was in a house together?
Me and her.
So it was Elena and Rosie, and John and Emma were in a house. And then Isabella wasn't quite born yet. So tell me, do you guys think it's important to keep siblings together?
Yes.
Okay, well let's start here. Rosie, why do you think it's important?
Well, I feel like your siblings you have your closest connection with. So when you move to a different house, like you're gonna like go to them and not really the parents. And then also, like they're kind of like your moral support too. Like you just need. I feel like you just should have your siblings around.
I think that's a good answer. John, what do you think?
I think they're important because, well, if you don't have a sibling, they can help you a lot of different ways. They can help you with your emotions.
Uh-huh.
They can help you, like me and Emma, how she went to middle school and she helped me a lot there.
Yep.
No.
Yep.
She helped me. Just say that.
She doesn't like to admit she helps. But she does. Okay, Isabella, how would you feel if you got separated from your siblings?
I'll be sad because I don't see my mommy.
But what about your siblings?
I'll be sad because I don't get to see them too.
Yes, you're right. That would be sad. Now, they thought about separating you guys for just a tiny bit.
Why?
That when they sent you back to your birth moms after the third time, they thought about sending you maybe to your birth dads instead, and you guys would have been split, but that would have been really sad. So, Elena, why do you think it's important?
I think it's important because they're your like most like relative, and they support you a lot, like Rosie said, and it's kind of fun having them around because if you didn't have your real sibling and you just had these kids there, you would be scared by yourself, but when you have your sibling with you, you feel more stronger, like I can do this.
Yep.
And also, it's a really good thing that all of us went together because I would have been really sad if I didn't have her around or Charlie.
That's right. Now, before I get to Emma, I've got one thing. Rosie, do you remember what you told me? Oh, it's been maybe about 3 weeks ago about sharing a room when you first got to our house?
Yes.
What did you say?
We had a share room with it was 4 people in one room.
Yep. And you said that it made you feel how did it make you feel?
It made me feel safe
How come?
because there were multiple people to like protect me if there was a situation going on.
Yep.
Yeah, it just made me feel safe.
And you were with your siblings in that room. So you were with Emma and Elena
And then Jade.
and then Jade. Yep. Okay. Now, I'm curious to hear from you because you're the oldest.
And she's also the
And
most-
so you help take care of your siblings. Why do you think, well, first of all, let's start with this. Do you think it's important to keep siblings together?
It depends.
Okay. So why does it depend? You tell me.
It's because like let's say like it's because there are some siblings like if let's say I'm not saying anything about this, but like half siblings.
Yep.
Well, what if this sibling's just an itty bitty baby, right? And you're 17, 16, whatever age, right?
Okay.
You're not, as a 17-year-old, you're not going to want to, like you and Bradley.
Yep.
You barely spend any time with Bradley. You guys talk with each other once in a while.
Yep.
But it's not really a close.
So you think it depends on their circumstances?
Yeah, so I feel like if they don't really know each other,
Okay.
it's like, because it's a baby.
Sure, I see what
At
you're saying.
17, I was trying to be independent.
What about you and
going to
your
college.
siblings? Do you think it would have been a bad thing to be separated from your siblings?
I mean, like, I know that tons of people, they can't take good care of tons of, tons of,
Yeah.
a big group of kids.
Yeah.
So I feel like it depends, I mean, as long as I get to see them, or like if it's close, like they're in the same neighborhood, or like a close neighborhood, then I'd be okay with that.
So if they can't at least keep you in the same house, you think that they should at least keep the sibling connection,
Yeah.
like where you guys get to visit and things like that.
Yeah.
What if they split you guys all up in five or six different houses and you guys never got to see each other?
I would be crying every single day of my life.
Well, that's when you find bonds with the people that.
Do you think that that would be a bad thing or a good thing?
I mean, it'd be a bad thing for like the very little kids. Because stop.
I'm very surprised.
Well, no, it's because I think of the kind of stuff like, it's because I personally think you should keep siblings together.
Okay.
But there are some times where,
Do you think they should work harder to keep siblings together?
yeah.
Okay. I am very surprised at your answer because when you guys came to our house, you were the mama bear. And you were very protective of your siblings, especially this one right here. And so I am intrigued by your answer. I understand what you're saying, but I'm curious if you think that they should try harder to keep siblings together.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I'm not saying that you should separate. I'm just saying that there are some times where you have to, but you have to understand.
Here's what I think. Here's what I wonder. A little bit if I wonder. Okay, let's talk about this, okay, real quick. Because I think it's easy to forget when it's been so long. How long have you guys been with us?
5 years.
5 years.
7 years.
Okay, 5 years. So I think it's super hard maybe for you guys to remember. But
Not for me.
what if you guys got taken away right now from us? Would you want to stay together or not?
Yes.
I want to stay together with you.
Yeah.
Well, we're just pretending right now, okay? So, if you guys were to get taken away right now, would you want to stay together or would you want to be separated?
Want to stay together.
Stay together because we build this bond with each other.
Emma, would you want to stay together or be separated?
I mean, some siblings.
I knew she was going to say that. Now,
Yeah, there are.
let's think back way 5 years ago, okay? When they were removing you from your birth mom, do you think you would have been upset if they would have separated you?
Yeah.
All right. So we've talked to the kids and you got to hear what they had to say. I was really interested in what Emma said, and I think that she's looking at it from a more adult perspective, that sometimes things happen and that you can't stay together, or when there's a big age difference, or there isn't an attachment at all. Now, I think that that is obviously there will be differences in opinion, but I thought coming from her, who was the person who helped take care of her siblings, that I was not expecting her to have that response. I do think also that the kids a lot of times will start to forget. So they've worked through their trauma. They now don't, it's not at the forefront of their mind. It's just kind of something that happened in the background. And I think that's good. We want them to move past that. But that sometimes that they can forget what that was like. And so when I reminded them, okay, hey, what if that happened right now? How would you feel? And I felt like at that moment, it was like, oh, hey, wait, if that happened to me right now, I certainly would want to stay together. And so I think that sometimes it's a matter of perspective and where you're at in your journey. So I do think that keeping siblings together is super important. That is something that Shaun and I feel very passionate about. That is why we take in the bigger sibling groups, because we want to keep them together, and why we keep adding on all of the siblings that our groups already have. So if there's any more that come along, we always say, yes, we'll take them. So if you guys have not yet subscribed to our channel, make sure to click here to subscribe now. And if you haven't caught our Getting Them to Engage video, which is about teens, click here to watch that video next. We'll see you next time, guys. Bye.